Hey, what's going on, guys? Andrew here, and as you can see from the thing behind me, the screen behind me, reviewing Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, and that actually is my favorite scene right there. Just so eerie for some reason. I just anyway, as you guys know, I'm not going to go too much into the history because I know we are all, mostly horror fans here, so we're all aware of kind of the history. Brief synopsis, though. The first two Halloweens were originally meant to be just those two movies about Michael Myers, and he wasn't supposed to be in any other movies. Which is kind of sad because I really do like some of the other sequels. However, the rest of the Halloween movies, however many more they would have made, were just supposed to be anthology films. So this was like a beginning of a new anthology. The first two were about Michael Myers. This one was about Colonel Cochran and his evil plan of his masks. So, as we all know, though, fans revolted against the idea, and we all got the Halloween series that we all know and love, for better or for worse. Anyways, the quick synopsis. Basically, one night a guy comes to a hospital with a doctor, and he is murdered, and the guy who murders him ends up killing himself in a fire. Kind of a weird circumstance. The only thing that they know of is that this guy went to go get masks the night before, the day of, or whatever, and he'd been missing, and he shows up murdered here by this guy who followed him into the hospital, pretty much. So they go and investigate, and that's pretty much the whole rest of the movie. Is they go and investigate at the facility where that's where the masks are made. So the mask factory. So, I mean, that's pretty much the whole rest of the movie, is investigating the town where it's made and going to the factory on and off. And, they spend the last half an hour into the factory, at least. Or maybe 40 minutes, I can't remember. But, thoughts on this one. I gotta tell you, this is the one where if you're not really, a horror fan, this is, the one that's like it's not very well liked in the series. It's known as the I can't remember what that's called right now, but it's unfortunate the reputation that this has, because this movie is a blast to watch. Unlike some of the other movies, like, let's say, Halloween Resurrection that I'd watched, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, this movie bleeds Halloween. I mean, everything revolves around Halloween in this movie. Okay, I will say that not everything bleeds Halloween. The scenes bleed Halloween. The individual like images in shots may not, but the whole story revolves around Halloween. So that's kind of cool. That would actually be a complaint I have. While it does, everything bleeds and everything revolves around Halloween, there's not a whole lot of Halloween images in the movie. Like, for Rob Zombie's Halloween, there's like, I can't remember, one of the guys I watched reviews counted like dozens and dozens and dozens of pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns and things like that in shots in Rob Zombie's Halloween. I mean, a lot of things about that movie just bleed Halloween. Like, he wants you to know that it's Halloween. So, that's a little complaint. But other than that, this is a blast. The story kind of fades out here and there. But for the most part, it's a fun, very dark. If you think about the plot of this movie, the guy is trying to murder millions of children. That is dark. That is just dark. That's close to as dark as you can get. I mean, it's pretty good if you're a horror fan wanting to watch, a dark movie for Halloween. This is definitely an enjoyable time. I mean, I don't really have much to add other than the black sheep. This is known as the black sheep of the series. It's definitely got a bad reputation. But if you really sit down and watch it, and I know that most of the people who watch my channel probably have watched this and have grown out of that whole, like, because even like I grew up, I was the one of like, oh, it doesn't have Michael Myers, it's not worth watching. But it definitely has merit, so I definitely say I'm wrong. I think a lot of us have grown out of that. Other than, like, if you genuinely just don't like the movie, that's fine. I mean, that's perfectly fine. But I mean, most of us have definitely grown out of the, oh, I don't like it because it doesn't have Michael Myers, thing. This one definitely deserves more credit than it's due. I was shocked when I saw that it had a 4.6 on IMDb. That is tragic. That is awful that this movie has that low. But, personal opinions, IMDb doesn't tell you how good a much movie you'll enjoy it personally. So, if I were to rate this, I'd give it a 6 to a 6.5 out of 10. Definitely a 6, 6.5. More like a 6.5 for me right now. Definitely, like, enjoy it. I mean, any of the negatives, I mean, definitely I said, like, it kind of fades in and out. The story gets kind of uninteresting at times. But I would definitely say the final, like, half an hour of this movie is just great. The score is pretty good. I did enjoy this immensely, so yeah. With that being said, that's gonna do it all for my review. So basically, for tomorrow night, tomorrow night is Friday. By the way, this is day 21 of the 31 days of Halloween. My next video is going to be another one of the movies that I will have seen in theaters, and that's going to be Night of the Living Dead. I'll be going to see that, and I'll come back. I'll give you my thoughts on it right whenever I get back. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. But as for this video, thanks. Always feel free to like, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this one. This is definitely one that is still a polarizing movie. So just let me know what you think. Let me know how your thoughts dwell on this movie. So that's all for now. Have a good night, guys. See you tomorrow.